Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A / get ready with me. I'm very excited to be sitting down and filming again. It has been a long time since I've just talked to you guys. So I'm excited to be doing this today. I got lots of questions on Instagram. So if you don't follow me, I'm at madeline.molt on Instagram. And you can follow me there if you want to be involved in the next Q&A. I'm just gonna jump right into it so I can answer as many questions in the time it takes me to get ready. I don't really know how I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna show you every product. I just have like a hair right here. It needs to go bye-bye. I don't know if I'm gonna be showing you guys every single product I put on. I'll have everything down below in the description since I'm probably not going to mention every single product. So I got a lot of questions about being married young, so I might just make another video on that. I'll still answer the questions, but they're all kind of along the same lines. This one is favorite thing about getting married young, any challenges? Someone else said, do you recommend getting married young? But there was a lot of people who asked about getting married young, so I'm going to talk about that. First, I'm going to grab my foundation stuff so I don't end up not doing my foundation while I answer this. So with getting married young, it's hard to like say I recommend it or I don't recommend it, just because every couple is so different. I think if you're gonna get married, it's so important that you are financially ready to get married, because if you're not, that would just add a lot of stress to a new marriage that doesn't need to be there. Nolan and I, my husband, saved up a good amount of money. I think it's very important that you are ready, like logistically, to get married, as well as emotionally. There's just a lot of factors to saying, yeah, you should get married young, or no, you shouldn't get married young. Being married young has been challenging. I don't think it's been any more challenging than getting married at any age. With marriage, there's going to be challenges. And I would say, like, for a young person getting married, there probably are more challenges in the sense that like people might not be on board with your marriage. Like if your family wasn't supportive of you getting married young, that would be really hard. Thankfully, both our families were very supportive of our relationship and getting married when we did. Anyways, another question that somebody asked was along the lines of like, have I gotten shame from being married young? And I honestly thought that living in LA, people were gonna like, oh, you're married, just because people here like don't get married until they're like 30, and I actually haven't gotten that living here. The only thing I've had is like, oh, you're so young, but nobody like has like straight up given me shade for being married. I also got a couple questions about moving back to my hometown. So I grew up in Tri-Cities, Washington. Would I ever move back to Tri-Cities? No. Just because multiple reasons. Mom, if you're watching this, I am so sorry. I absolutely love it here, and something about the sun for me is like life-saving, not having a harsh winter. Not like Tri-Cities had harsh winters, but they definitely were cold and gloomy, and I'm such a sunshine girl. I need the sun. Like yesterday it was gloomy and I just wanted to sit on the couch all day and do nothing. And then today it was sunny. I woke up and I was like all ready for the day and wanted to like conquer it, and I was all happy. And so I don't think I could ever move somewhere where there's like winter. Now living here somewhere that's like sunshiny pretty much all the time. So that's like one main reason why I'm like, probably couldn't move back there. Another like logistical reason, and honestly the reason we wouldn't move back, is because of Nolan's job. He wants to be a filmmaker, a director, and you just can't really do that in Tri-Cities, at least not full-time. Kind of has to be here where movies are made. So I'm gonna say probably not. Next question, something I miss that's unique to the PNW, Pacific Northwest, if you don't know. How cheap everything is. Because in LA, everything is so freaking expensive. Like looking for an apartment, I'm like, I could buy a mansion in my hometown and have a mortgage for what I would have to pay for rent here for like a 2-bedroom apartment. That dang hair is back again. How do I manage university and married life? Okay, so I've kind of thought about making an entire video on this. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments, because I think it could possibly be a good little insightful video, because it's been hard. I don't think married life and university life has been hard to balance. The thing, like time balance, I guess. The thing that's hard is like being married in college is very different, because your life isn't college like most of the kids that I'm going to school with, because I come home to my dog and my husband, and I have my own apartment here. And so for me, it was been hard. Like, people want to meet up after school, and I'm like, I have to go home. And so like stuff like that's harder to balance. Favorite go-to healthy meal. I kind of eat a paleo-based diet. I used to very much more strictly follow that, not as much anymore, just because life, and honestly just being so busy, it's really hard to always follow those kind of guidelines. And the reason I do that is not because I'm trying to lose weight. It's honestly because I cannot get away with eating any kind of grains, or definitely not dairy, and sugar just bloats me and gives me pimples. And not to say that I don't ever eat any of those things, I just eat them in moderation so my tummy doesn't explode. But that being said, we eat a pretty, like at home, we eat a pretty healthy diet. But at the moment, my favorite go-to healthy meal is spiralizing zucchinis and making a noodle, like a noodle out of them. Zoodles is what I call them. And then doing chicken, marinating the chicken. It's so good. And you eat it and you're like, is this even healthy? But it is. And it's like garlic-y chicken, Italian kind of feel to it. But it's so good. And you have to try it. I'll link the recipe, but 10 out of 10 recommend. What is your favorite thing about LA? P.S. Miss you. Miss you too. I got a couple of these as well. Like, just what is my favorite thing about living in LA? What's your favorite thing about living in Cali? Favorite things to do in Cali. Okay. So my favorite thing about living in California is the weather. I love the sun, like I said earlier. I also love that I can drive 30 minutes and be on a beach. I can drive an hour, hour and a half, and be in the mountains and go skiing if I want to. I haven't yet because I don't like the snow, but I do love skiing. So maybe one day I'll get up there. You can drive like 20 minutes and be in the mountains. Not like snowy mountains, but like hilly mountains, like grassy mountains. And just like, there's so many things to do here. There's no excuse for being bored, honestly. If you're being bored, you're just being lame because you don't want to go out. But yeah, there's so many things to do, so many good food places. What's it like having a golden retriever? Fave things and challenges. Oh, I love my golden retriever. She's literally my favorite thing ever. Love her absolutely to death. She's so cuddly and so fun. Me and Nolan were just talking about the other day. She like gets us out of the house. I need to get ready. I am not even doing anything. She gets us out of the house and like we go on walks, we go to the park, on hikes. And that's one thing I really love about her. She's really cuddly, and like if Nolan's gone, like today he's gone filming a video, and when he's gone, she keeps me company, and I just love her so much. A challenge with her, I mean, her puppy stage, like she was a really good puppy, don't get me wrong. Like she didn't misbehave or anything like that. I have Willow here with me being bribed by treats. So cute. I had a little mishap with my SD card. The storage was full, so I had to move everything to my laptop. But I thought since I was answering a question about my golden retriever, I could just have my golden retriever come sit with us. Do you have anything you want to say to them? Say hi. I think I was saying how when she was a puppy, that was the only really challenging part, and knock on wood, she never chewed anything up or destroyed anything like valuable. She loves tearing up like tissue paper and stuff, but it's no harm, no foul. Okay, next question. What have you been doing since being quarantined? Not much. I also did my eyebrows and setting spray off camera while I was waiting for my SD card to dump everything off. But since being quarantined, I've really taken advantage of being able to clean our house and organizing. I love to organize. And so I've done every single corner of our house except our closet. I don't really know what else there is to do with that closet. It's small and Nolan has a lot of like his filming stuff in there, and so it's like you can't really like declutter his film stuff as much as I would love to. So I'm gonna try to tackle that in a future video, actually, in a vlog. But yeah, so I've just been organizing. I still do have school, and so I've still been going to classes online. We just do it through Zoom. And let's see, what else have I been doing? Doing at-home workouts, cooking. I'm gonna start doing some more baking, and catching up on sleep was a huge thing. Okay, so someone asked, what are your postgraduate plans? Do you want to pursue a CPA license? That is a very good question. So if you don't know, I'm graduating in May, and they actually canceled our graduation like commencement ceremony, which is honestly pretty devastating. I am trying to look on the bright side and say like I'm going and getting my master's next year, and so next May I'll be actually graduating with my master's, and so I'll be able to walk then, and then I'm done. So for me, I'm like, I just feel bad for the other kids. That's not even what this question's asking. But postgraduate, I'm graduating in May, and then I start classes at the end of August for my master's program, and that lasts a year. Then next May, I'll be graduating with my master's degree, and from there, I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna be doing. Hopefully, I can get a CPA job at a tax firm, because that's what I wanted to go into, is taxes. So while I'm working that job, I'll be taking my CPA exams. But yes, I am going to be getting my CPA license. But I'm gonna do my mascara really quick off camera and then come back and answer the last two questions. This has been my absolute favorite lipstick and practically the only lipstick I have put on my lips since I bought it. And that's the MAC lipstick in the color Modesty. I absolutely love it. I said 2 more questions, but then when I got done doing my mascara and looked back at the question, there was another one that I thought I wanted to answer just really quickly. I thought it was very fitting for the times we're in right now. It's, what's the best advice you have for someone who struggles with anxiety? And I know a lot of people feel very anxious right now with what's going on in the world with coronavirus. And for me, I think the best way that I've dealt with like anxiety and stress and just like the unknown is leaning into God. Like if you're a believer, really praying and reading your Bible can just bring you so much peace. Another thing that I have learned to do is just try to get my mind off of whatever is making me feel anxious the best that I can. So I actually recently just bought a coloring book because it's just so therapeutic for me and stress relieving to not be on your phone. I know a lot of people's phones cause them a lot of stress, and going on walks, getting a lot of sunshine, doing self-care routines like doing a face mask or a bubble bath, that kind of stuff can be very helpful. I love cooking and baking. That also is something that I do to like alleviate anxiety, but that's my best advice for dealing with anxiety and like the unknown and stuff. So I hope that helps. Okay, and the last one, I thought this was a good one to end on. What is your favorite Bible verse? Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. The reason I love it so much is because growing up, I had plans for my life. And I was like, I want to marry this kind of husband at this age, want to go to this college, live this life, have this many kids, live here, do that. And I had my whole life planned out. And God just kind of gave me an awakening in high school and was just like, no, you're cute, thinking you can plan your own life because I know what's best for you. And it was honestly a huge wake-up call for me because I didn't really realize that was bad, because I'm like, well, nothing I'm doing is like sinful. Like, I don't have sinful plans or anything like that. But I wasn't asking God for like what he wanted to do in my life and like relying on him. Like, it was like my dream kind of a thing. And as soon as he like broke that shell, now I'm like, whatever you have for me, Lord, like your plans for my life. And I've just now, like being older, look back and I'm like, all those times that I had a plan and he came and did something else, I'm so thankful for, because had I had it my way, I don't think I would have been as happy. So that's what I'll say about that one. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, like this video and comment below some videos you want to see in the future, because I'm just have a lot of time now. So I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.